I can imagine that I'm eating less animal protein and possibly less fruit. And I was thinking last night that maybe rice and beans is going to be the way to go, because you can buy it. And hopefully the rice and beans, at least from what I understand, make Here's the plan so far. Today I'm going to put in my 2 weeks notice at work. The big things left for me to tie up: I own 2 motorcycles and a car. And then the destination is California. There is no time frame. There's no requirements. The mission is leave and go. Leave here and go there. Experience. That's the mission. And at some point after landing in California, well, it's just as important as anything else, right? But that's what I'm really looking forward to. That. It's a new development. Truthfully, I only came to the conclusion yesterday that I would be going on this road trip. I only came to the conclusion yesterday that I would be going to California before Japan. I only came to the conclusion yesterday that I would hand in my 2 weeks notice today. I am indecisive. I am impulsive. I am reckless. I am pretty stubborn once I make up my mind. But I also go with the flow. And I desperately want to trust wholeheartedly in the universe and in my path. And holding on to the things here, it feels like, is what is preventing my personal evolution. So buying this camera was a big step for me. It was, because I've been holding on so tight to my money. But money is energy. And the tighter you hold on to something, the more you inhibit its flow. So I want to let go, and I want to go with the flow. I want to do what I love. I want to continue to grow, and I want to continue to improve, And I want to share that with you. Because these things are really important to me. And I think that they can help people. I think that they will benefit people. I think that people will enjoy. Just the fact that you are watching this right now, just the fact that you are watching this. One of the things that I've been struggling with, realistically for my whole life, but I've been working on it over the last couple of months, is feeling safe. Feeling safe within my first chakra. Feeling at ease. Feeling relaxed. Feeling safe. And I know that the fact that that's something that I have to work towards is a manifestation of the trauma that I experienced as a child. But that's fine with me. Because every single one of my experiences is what has made me who I am today. So I'm grateful for every single one of my experiences, including the traumas. But even as I sit here and talk with you, putting my thoughts, putting my feelings, putting my emotions, putting my heart, putting my soul on display for you is something that currently feels slightly unsafe. Because it's something that I've always kind of ran away from. But one of the things that helps me to relax is just closing my eyes and trying to relax, trying to be at ease, trying to feel down in my first chakra, trying to feel safe. And closing my eyes helps with that because it allows me to forget about this reality, this part of reality, and focus on what is inside. It allows me to step inside, to step deeper. Try it. Try it out. There's 7 chakras. Number 7 is up here. Number 1 is all the way down here. So just close your eyes. Take a breath and let it out. And when you let it out, just let your body let it out. Let go of your body and allow your body to just be. kind of my safe place. It's kind of my safe place when things get overwhelming, when energy feels overwhelming. I just take a step back into myself. With that being said, some of the things that I want to make improvements on are my ability to feel energy and to allow it to flow through me and to hold the charge within my body and my soul. As well as to stop running away. As well as to embrace my reality. If I feel unsafe right now, if I feel at ease, if I feel dis-ease right now, that's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. My father left this home, 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago. And of course it's been difficult for my mother. And when I got back from my walk this morning, my mother was up. I'm assuming that she saw all of my things for donation in the living room, and she's not an idiot. I didn't tell her last night what I had decided last night, but I'm sure she got the message. Not that I was trying to send the message to her, but it's probably why she was worked up and in a state this morning. And she left the house for the day, or for errands or whatnot, whatever she was going to do. My brother's gone for work, and the dog and I are home. And that's another one of the reasons why I feel comfortable talking to you now, and why I didn't start talking to you yesterday, was because my brother and my mother were home. And as difficult as it is for me to feel and to talk about what's inside of me when I'm on my own, I feel a lot of pressure from my family that makes it even more difficult to do that when they're here. Which is why it's been an absolute blessing that my father left. Because that allowed part of me to open up. And it's not necessarily the fault of my family. It's probably something within me that is creating, a resistance within me that is creating this feeling. I don't blame them, but I oftentimes look at a situation and determine that there's two options or two sides of the same coin. If we are unhappy with the current situation, we can either accept it. Just accept it. The only part that's wrong with this situation is our internal friction with it. There's nothing wrong with anything at any time. And the second side of the coin is, if there is something that is wrong, then use your will to change it. If something doesn't feel right, use your will to change it. And I am decent at accepting. Okay? I'm decent at accepting. And I continue to get better every day. But I find it very difficult for me to accept this way that I feel repressed by my family. And it's one of the biggest reasons, it's one of the big reasons why I want to leave. Because this feeling what is inside of me and sharing it with you is basically the most important thing in the world to me right now. Mm-mm-mm. I've always been drawn to Japan. I've always been drawn to Japanese culture and Japanese food. If I was going to be a warrior from an ancient civilization, from an ancient army, there's something that I appreciate about the Spartans and the Greek cultures. There's something to be said about many cultures like the Vikings or, the bow warriors of Europe. But my favorite has always been a ninja or a samurai. Specifically somebody that has a katana. Okay, I fuck with the katanas. And I absolutely love traditional Japanese architecture. And I love the garden. I love the Japanese garden in the courtyard. I think that is sublime. And I want to learn, and I love Japanese culture. There's things there that we don't have here in the US. There's ideas, there's philosophies. One of them, which is very relevant to the current situation, is this philosophy called Ikigai. Let me be right back. I'm going to go get the book. Boom. Ikigai. It says it right there, and I know that is key. Iki. So, Ikigai is this idea of, boom. Ikigai is the Japanese philosophy of the Venn diagram, the literal Venn diagram of what you love, what the world needs, what you can be paid for, and what you are good at. That is your Ikigai. And this book was given to me by a very special person who was very important to me. And for better or for worse, I made the decision to move away from them, to distance myself from them. And I did that because I was following my truth. Of course, once I identified that that's what I was going to do, because that's what was best for me, my mind was made up and I moved forward in completing that task with this energy that allows it to get done and to not look back. And in doing so, I absolutely understand that I hurt this person because our relationship was very special. And I never felt bad for doing what I felt was right, because nobody else in this world is going to do what is right for me other than myself. I felt bad for the other person. Mostly because of, I felt bad for the other person. And after some time, I reached out to them and I let them know, how I felt about what was done. Truthfully, in an effort that they might understand me a little bit more. Because with understanding comes everything else. But I don't think they've forgiven me yet. And I hope that they do. Because I've forgiven myself for what I did and how I hurt them. I cherish what existed in the past. Anyways, thank you for this book. This philosophy is what I'm doing right now. This philosophy is I am embodying my Ikigai. Through my work, over the last couple of years, I've gotten better at communicating. So I'm decent at communicating. I'm good at communicating. I love striving and improving and teaching and sharing. I'm willing to argue that some of the things that I have discovered or improved upon, or simply you took advantage of, you can also do the same. You need to do the same. And I'm willing to argue that if I can follow my path, if I can do what I love, if I can do what's important to me, and if I can share it with you, and if what I have can help you, if I can improve the world, then I am trusting that I can be paid for it. Because we do need money to live. And truthfully, in some ways, in many ways, I am materialistic, and I do appreciate nice things. I am willing to I'm willing to let go of everything. I am absolutely willing to let go of everything. But what I would love is to just be able to do what I love and to help you. And that alone will be more fulfilling than any money that I could continue to make in my current job. So it's not about the money. It's not. Because if it was about the money, then I wouldn't leave. There's many other Japanese philosophies. One I learned about the other day, watching a YouTube video, is a philosophy that we're very familiar with here. Don't quote me on this, please, but something along the lines of fall down 6 times, stand up 7. And we're very familiar with this idea here in the US. I haven't quite remembered what exactly our saying is, but if at first you don't succeed, try again, or when every time you fall, you get back up. For every door that closes, another one opens. we're familiar with that. Another Japanese philosophy that I learned about a long time ago is, and I don't know the word for it at this right now, it's not coming to mind, is a little bit better every day. And that is a necessity for improving and staying sane. I like that one. It's part of the reason why Japanese products are good, why Japanese cars are good. Because they continue to improve a little bit every day. I've been studying Japanese. I've been learning the hiragana, the katakana, the dakuten, and handakuten. I haven't studied language since high school when I was studying Spanish. I rejected it hard. I dropped out. But I've been really, really, really enjoying learning Japanese. And there's some really good content on the internet produced by people that know a bunch of languages, learn languages. Polyglot is the name for somebody that knows a lot of languages, at least from what I understand. And the information that I have to share is very interesting. I'm sorry to my family for leaving them, but I wish you didn't make me feel sorry. If this is my path, if this is what's important to me, then I should not be saying sorry. All right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this meal with me. Thank you for sharing some thoughts and some emotions and some feelings with me. Thank you for sharing some communication with me. Let's wrap this up. Let's empty the dishwasher. And I'm going to have to get